It was the year 1565. Europe trembled and the Mediterranean held its breath. The Ottoman Empire, at the height of its power, launched one of the most ferocious sieges in history, targeting a tiny island outpost held by warrior monks, the Knights of St. John. This was the Siege of Malta. Commanded by none other than Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent, the Ottoman forces numbered over 30,000 men, including elite janissaries, cavalry, and massive artillery. Their goal? Crush the Christian stronghold of Malta and pave the way for an invasion of southern Europe. But defending Malta was a mere 6,000 men, led by the 70-year-old Grandmaster Jean de Valette. Outnumbered 5-1, the Knights and Maltese militia braced for a siege they knew could be their last stand. The first blow fell on Fort St. Elmo. For nearly a month, the Ottomans bombarded the fort day and night. Walls crumbled, the garrison was massacred. But not before they delayed the Ottoman advance long enough to buy Malta time. Then came the assaults on Birgu and Senglea. The Ottomans attacked relentlessly by land and sea. The defenders, running low on food and ammunition, resorted to desperate tactics: boiling oil, fire ships, and tunnel warfare. At one point, the Ottomans breached the wall, were driven back by sheer grit and hand-to-hand combat. Weeks turned into months. Summer heat brought disease and death, but the defenders would not yield. Finally, in September, a relief force arrived from Sicily. The tide turned. The Ottoman army, exhausted and demoralized, withdrew. After over 3 brutal months, the siege was over. The cost was immense, tens of thousands dead, but Malta stood unbroken. The Knights of St. John became legends, and Europe was spared an Ottoman invasion from it. The Siege of Malta wasn't just a military clash. It was a battle for the soul of the Mediterranean, a moment when a handful of defenders, united by faith and purpose, defied one of the greatest empires in history, and won. Subscribe for more epic stories from history's fiercest battles.